lawyer, allegedly, and wanting to go back and change the past. Did y'all know Jay-Z's attorney said that he really didn't know Diddy like that? They was never friends, just did a little business. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Shout out to Melanie C. She said, don't hate on South Carolina peace. We can teach you something. Why don't you teach her how to stop drinking? How about that? Why don't you teach her how to stop drinking? Shout out to you, Melanie. It's all love. Anyway, with that being said, you're being brought into my office for being a liar. And we'll also bring you into the office, sir. All right, shout out to Sir Carter. All right, because you're doing everything in this world but what we need you to do. We didn't ask you shit about what was going on with Diddy, nigga. We want to know, is Ramir your child or not? You in every court you need to be in except the fucking child support court. You in every court you need to be in except family court. We want a DNA test, so I am writing you a scripted subpoena, a video spit. And as a matter of fact, if you don't want to give it to us, that's fine. You didn't put enough of your DNA inside of Beyonce. We can swab her mouth, or we can steal one of the children to swab their cheek, all right, and compare it to Ramirez so we can see, is you the damn pappy or not? That's what we care about, all right? We don't care about these locks that you don't keep greased. We don't care about the fact that you break every camera you walk in front of. We don't give a fuck the fact that you ruin your daughter's red carpet because when you are accused of something like GRAPE, even though it turns out it was a lie, and I give you that it was a lie, that was a lie that time, all right? Just like when you told us ain't no such thing as an ugly billionaire, well, baby, you are the first, okay? So even though you did all that, what we really want from you is not another album. We don't want you on tour with Beyonce again. We don't need you ruining any of Blue's red carpet moments. That moment was about that little girl. I know you want to be there, but your ass should have stayed out of the picture, okay? What we want is for you to claim the children and the grandchildren that you had before Beyonce came along. See, remember when you met Beyonce when she was a teenager? Although y'all said y'all didn't do nothing until after she had turned like 19 years old or whatever, but nonetheless, you knew her as a teenager. Remember when you knew her as a teenager and she asked you got any kids and you said no because you didn't want to claim them like that, but you had children and grandchildren all over the tri-state area, all up in the Connecticut. And as a matter of fact, one of those children, you done bought her an Escalade in a house in a trust name, not in your name, her name, but a trust. You know all these hoes and these niggas love a trust. They love a good trust. Now, Storm ain't hating because I might need to get a little trust. I just got to learn how to do the trust correctly. But the point is, nigga, we want you to go claim all them kids and them grandkids that look just like you and your mamas and your aunties and your grandmamas too, okay? We want to know, is Ramir yours? We need to see you in family court. We don't give a damn about that criminal shit. At least not right now. We're going to handle one issue at a time. But look, Ramir been around here crying about your ass for years. He just wants to know the truth. He said he don't even want nothing from you at this point. He just wants to know the truth, okay? At least give him that. Can you at least give him that? Can you at least face your alleged son? You never faced Damon Dash again, and I understand because Damon Dash is a lot to deal with, you know, and I ain't gonna tell the story about the time you and Damon got into a fight. You know, we did tell the story about you and, you know, Beyonce and Rihanna, you know, but anyway, we want that spit, nigga. That spit. You look like you're always spitting out the side of your mouth anyway. Beyonce, just send us in one of his cups or send us in one of his cigars that he throw on the ground. We can take that and swab the DNA off of there. We want to know, is Ramir yours or not? That's it. That's all. Also, speaking of that, shout out to Diddy. We didn't wish him a happy birthday last month. We missed your birthday. What you gonna do for Big Mama for real? What you gonna do for my birthday? What you gonna do for my birthday? What you gonna do for my birthday? Happy belated and happy early Christmas to Diddy. You know, they say he didn't finally gave up on trying to get out of jail because he's not. And we're gonna write him a script. Listen. We are simply writing him a script for permission to be himself and to go ahead. You know, I heard he found him a little friend in there. He is having the time of his life, and we are going to encourage him to just fully be out, okay? Fully be out with his man. Ain't it sad that a bunch of men, women, and children had to get their ass monkey stomped over the last 30 years because this ugly nigga here felt like he couldn't live in his truth and simply be a bisexual kingpin in hip-hop? Most of them niggas gay anyway. He would have been perfectly fine. Let me tell you something, Diddy. you had most of the men and the women afraid of you anyway. So if you just would have been out, if you just would have had your nigga on your arm, you do love you a light-skinned nigga, so it would have been a light-skinned nigga with good hair, and then you would have paired him up with another light-skinned woman so you could steal their light-skinned child. You love your light-skinned child. So I'm just saying, like, all you had to do, sir, was just be confident and out with your shit, and you would have not have had to bust ass, kick ass, drag hoes and niggas, and take names for the last 30 years. People had to suffer because you couldn't come out. I just think that's absolutely ridiculous. So I already find him a little friend in there. You go ahead and do your thing with your little friend. And whenever you start your little podcast, but you ain't gonna be able to start that podcast till you actually get sent to prison, right? But once you get sent to prison, and then basically he gonna turn his room into basically like a dorm. He gonna have TVs and internet and cable and all that. Once you're able to do that, you come up with your podcast, and you gonna come out with your boo and do your thing and just live your life. And then hopefully, whenever you do get out, if you don't die in there, you can finally be free. Tip Sim said, "I need to come out." Well, I haven't heard anybody, so I don't feel the need to come out. I'm just saying. They want Storm to come out. Storm ain't got to come out right now for what? I ain't heard nobody. I thought he hired BBC. He hired BBC for his bitches. And he partake, but he always preferred the light-skinned men. It's something with him and light-skinned men that he just had to, punk them and penetrate them. You know what I'm saying?
It's a Storm Show. Ay, it's a Storm Show.